Live from Dallas-Fort Worth, this is WFAA News.
Yeah, we have breaking news as we come on the air this midday. A man badly burned after a house explodes in Tarrant County. You're taking a live picture here from Chopper 8 as ATF, arson investigators, and Atmos Energy crews are all on the scene right now. Thanks for joining us this midday. I'm Tashara Parker. That call came in around 7:30 this morning about the blast. Now, this is in Westworth Village. It's still in Tarrant County, northwest of Fort Worth. The house itself is just southeast of 183 and Military Parkway. It's on Waters Place. Our Scoop Jefferson is on the scene. And Scoop, you just spoke to a neighbor who rescued the injured man from the home.
Yeah, and you know what? He's saying that he is not a hero, but everyone is giving him kudos for coming to the rescue of his neighbor. As you mentioned, Tashara, this explosion happened around 7:30 this morning here in the 5600 block of Waters Place. One adult male has been taken to the hospital in critical condition by helicopter. We learned that his wife had just left the house with their child to take that child to school right before the explosion. The explosion literally destroyed their entire home. It also damaged and shook nearby homes here on Water Place as well, including the home of that neighbor who heard the explosion and came outside to investigate and found the victim standing in the middle of his home, which had been destroyed. And here's what he told us just a few minutes ago.
I could see debris falling into my yard at the other end of the property, so I hustled down there. The closer I got, I could hear screaming. Loud screaming, and I saw the house was totally gone, not burning, just gone. And there was a man standing in the middle of the house screaming. He said he was alone. I said, okay, just hang on. We're going to get you out of here. I'm going to get you out of here. You have any clothes? He said, yeah, they're in my bedroom. Where was your bedroom? Anyway, the bedroom's gone. Everything's gone. He's standing in the middle of 3 doorways, just standing there froze. So.
This is being investigated as a natural gas explosion, and that investigation is ongoing. It includes investigators from the arson unit and also the ATF. Right now, they're getting ready to test the gas lines here on Water Place. The home that exploded is a few houses you see behind me. They've actually just asked us to move back just as a safety precaution as they test the gas line. Technicians from Atmos Energy is here as well, taking part in this investigation. They're trying to get to the bottom of this explosion. Again, one adult male in critical condition and a lot of damage to homes in this area, and that victim's home completely destroyed. Tashara, we'll have more on this coming up at 6 o'clock here on Channel 8. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you guys know you can always get the latest on WFAA.com. Scoop, appreciate that report. Want to get now to WFAA investigative reporter Tanya Iser. She's reported on the safety of natural gas lines in North Texas over the years. She joins me now on the phone. And Tanya, what might investigators be looking for right now?
Well, the first thing they're going to do is try to determine, is this a natural gas explosion? Now, based on what I just heard Scoop saying about this description of it exploded, but there wasn't really a kind of a fire like you would think of as a fire, that sounds a whole lot like natural gas. Now, once they determine if it's natural gas or not, they're going to be looking at, is this a natural gas leak that was on the homeowner's side, you know, a gas stove, a water heater? Is it the service line, or was it on the Atmos side? And then if it's on the Atmos side, is it a problem with Atmos's pipe? Were there contractors working in the area that could have caused a gas line to be nicked and caused a leak? And oftentimes we see, when there are natural gas explosions, we oftentimes see it in periods like this where we've had rain, then things are drying out, that ground shifts, and then we see these types of explosions. But, you know, it's really early right now, and I would expect that the Texas Railroad Commission will probably be arriving on the scene within the next 24 hours.
Tanya, I don't know if you can see those images that we were showing as you were speaking, or maybe you saw them from our, on the website early on. What questions from those images would you have right now for them?
I want to know, did the neighbors smell gas? Had there been crews working in the area? I want to talk to the homeowners. Were they smelling gas? Natural gas has kind of a rotten egg smell. Now, one of the problems that sometimes happens is that if you have a slow leak, you stop smelling it. That's one of the dangers, and I really want to recommend folks out there, if you have natural gas or even if you don't have natural gas in your home, because it can come into your house, you need to have those detectors. They're life-saving devices. And so no matter what this explosion ends up being, folks need to go out and get those detectors and be sure they have them in their homes.
And get them ASAP. Tanya Iser, thank you so much. Of course, you guys know we're going to continue following this story. There's still so much unfolding right now on the scene and in this investigation. We'll bring you those updates on our app, WFAA.com, as well as on News 8 at 4.